of the beauty editors because it really works. But one time a year, we bring you the giant size, and we've brought it to you in what I consider to be the perfect spackle for summer because it's slightly tinted. And let me just give you an idea of the value, and then we'll get Laura out here. At retail and here at QVC too, 1 2-ounce is $32. You'd have to buy 2 of these for $64 to get the same amount here. So $64 for 4 ounces or $39 for 4 ounces. Even better on Easy Pay, $19.50. Here's another way to think of it. 1 for $32, 1 for $7. So the value's amazing. We only do it though for a short time. And my friend Laura's here. Hey, Laura.
Hey,
how are you? You're great.
Are you?
So good to see you.
How about the hair, huh?
You look amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I love it for volume. Okay, so we got hair covered. Let's talk about making our makeup last longer, making our skin look better before we even put makeup on.
Oh my gosh, the most important thing you can do, and if you're thinking we're going into the warm weather, do I need to even be putting primer on? I would say yes. And I would also like to take a poll. How many of you aren't using primer? Well, Spackle Under Makeup Primer honestly has become the most incredible sensation for us as a brand. Here's why. It takes 30 seconds, less than that, to put this on as the last thing you do before you put on your foundation. And by the way, that could be any foundation. So it doesn't matter if you're using a CC, like Sport Tint Makeup, baked foundation. Now you take what is this sort of liquid gel formulation, and what I love about the bronze and why we present this now, and you may be looking at it and going, wait a minute, I'm porcelain skin, wait a minute, I'm deep skin, watch this. It goes right into the skin, it dries down, there's not an ounce of oil, there's no fragrance, there's aloe vera, there's chamomile, and then when this dries down, here's what's happening. It's blurring away all the blueness in the skin, it's creating a second skin, and your makeup goes on flawlessly and lasts hours longer.
So it is so good for your skin that think of this as your last step of skincare.
That's right.
And then your first step of makeup.
That's exactly right.
It is that kind of hybrid in between. It is the barrier that locks your skincare in, keeps your makeup from eating your, or keeps your skincare from eating your makeup.
Correct.
So your makeup lasts a lot longer. But you know what, Laura, I'm finding with this particular tinted spackle, a lot of women are saying, for summer, I'm just wearing this.
And they are.
Yeah.
And not just on their face. We learned that women are wearing this on their body, on their legs, because there's no transfer. It dries down within seconds, and it gives you this little tint of color. So, as an example, if you're a smart woman who is not allowing yourself to go in the sun, but your foundation's looking too pale on you right now, and you feel like, what do I do to get a little more warmth to your skin? I'm just doing one side of Suzanne's face because I want you to see this. Put this under your foundation that you wear all the time, and here's what's going to happen. You're going to warm up your foundation, but you don't need to change your foundation. You can still wear the color you always wear. So look at the glow she gets just from one side of the face. Here's what I'm doing. It's the last step. I'm creating a satin second skin. So now her makeup goes on.
That's the perfect way to think about it. A satin second skin. When you first developed primer, and by the way, shout out to Laura because she was really one of the pioneers in primer. Every company has primer now, but Laura was really one of the first and still really the darling of primers. So,
Thank you.
But your spackle, when you first started, was about making your makeup last longer.
Yes.
Then you started adding lots of skincare. So that was amazing. And then we started getting things like the tints. So now spackle went from doing one thing really well to doing like 6 things really well.
Like, I have to say, no matter where I am, no matter what country I'm in, somebody will stop me. It even happened out here tonight from a guest who says, I can't live without your spackle. So if you don't know about this, there's a reason why I named it Spackle. Like in this, think about, like, would you ever paint your wall with all the holes and cracks and crevices without first filling it up with spackle and smoothing it out? That's how we invented the name.
Yeah, so here's the big deal tonight. Now, we will do spackle throughout the year, but typically spackle, and you'll find this at retail, spackle is 2 ounces, and for 2 ounces, it is $32. So you'd have to spend $64 for what we're doing right here for 2 easy payments of $19.50. I mean, essentially, it's like getting one of these for $7.
That's exactly right. And you know what I want to say to everybody? If you are struggling truly and your skin is uneven texture, maybe you're going through peels, maybe you have some dryness and some oily in different areas of the skin, this is truly creating a satin skin. Imagine this. So now you've cleaned your canvas, created the satin skin, So when you put foundation on, you need less foundation. It lasts longer. It's very cooling the minute it goes on. People refrigerate it, but you don't even need to.
Yeah.
So imagine you wake up in the morning, you're feeling that puffiness. All of a sudden you put this on.
Can I show you something?
It's crazy.
I was going to show you the consistency of this, so I pull it on my hand and then, whatever, I forgot to tell you I was doing that, so we didn't bring it in. But I just looked down. Look at the difference of this hand has the spackle and this hand doesn't. So you can see a little more radiant, better skin tone.
That's right.
It's really incredible.
And you're treating your skin. So one of the things I'm mindful of is you're already doing a lot of skincare. So the last thing I wanted to give you was another step that felt like, oh my gosh, now I got to add something else. This is so light in texture. It's almost like air, but it's filled with chamomile, aloe vera, white tea extract, not an ounce of oil. It's dermatologist tested. And it's like this liquid gel formulation, so you're not laying down more product to the skin, but what you're adding to that skin is that little glow. I should tell all my gals, from porcelain down to the deepest of complexions, people love this.
This is the one.
This
Universally
is the one.
loved. In fact, a lot of women are putting it on their legs for summer because it doesn't have any transfer. And when you have the big one, you can do that.
You don't mind, by the way.
Because normally you get the 2 ounce. Now you're getting, for just a little bit more than 1 2 ounce, you're getting the 4 ounce. 2 easy payments of $19.50. This is the spackle we bring out for summer. And if you still think, I never used a primer, I don't know if I need a primer. If you look in the mirror halfway through the day and your makeup doesn't look as fresh as a daisy, you need a primer.
I would say this, especially this time of year, as your makeup starts breaking down, as your concealer starts melting, one of the little tricks I want to share with you, put it on under the eye area, put it in the creases, wherever you're going to add that concealer or especially foundation. Blush lasts longer. This was designed to hover on the skin and not penetrate the skin.
So if you already use a primer, this is your better primer. If you've never used a primer, this is your last step of skincare, your first step of makeup, and what it does is it keeps both of them separate.
That's it.
So the makeup lasts longer, your skincare works better, and then your skin just really looks prettier. You'll end up wearing less makeup because already your skin's gonna look so much glowier.
It's a no-brainer.
Thanks, Laura. It's so good to see
It's so
you.
good to be on FMB with you, honey.
Okay, it's time for a big Friday night first.
One night, sitting around the kitchen table having dinner with my children and my husband, we were having another discussion about what should we name this business. I saw the pestle and mortar in the kitchen and I turned around to Pork and I said, pestle and mortar. I also explained to him my family history and my background, why I would choose this name as opposed to any other name. It represented my family tradition where my grandfather was a medicine man in his village in India. So I wanted the name of my business to reflect my own motivations, namely simplicity and a less is more philosophy.
Sonia Deasy, welcome to QVC.
Thank you,
It's so
Sandra.
good to have you here. She flew all the way to Ireland for this, so thank you for doing that. I know with 5 children, that's not the easiest of trips to make.